Hello again everybody, I have news. This morning, I did a little round trip between two towns on a Trident, basically on a little quest to find a post office that was capable of doing what I wanted, and both post offices should have been able to, but the first one I visited, the assistant there wasn't quite sure. She knew that what I was asking for was doable, but she didn't know how to do it, and she was very sorry and told me a colleague would be in on Monday, it's Saturday today, and to come back on Monday and I could probably get what I wanted done. So anyway, I headed off to the other town in the other direction. We're talking of Llandudno and Llandilo here, and I thought I'd try my luck in Llandilo, and the guy there could do what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to do was get this behind me legally on the road. And what you can do, you see, is that machine, like most of my other ones actually, is old enough to be on the road taxed free of charge. You tax it technically, but you don't have to pay anything, and you do that under it means changing the vehicle's status from taxable sort of bicycle on the logbook to historic. And I know in the past the Honda 500, I actually got that automatically. I just taxed it and paid for it, and got a cheque sent back to me from the DVLA and an updated logbook with historic on it. But that was during the COVID lockdowns, so perhaps they don't do that anymore. But anyway, finally, after a 28-mile round trip, I'm happy to say that this is legally on the road. Now all I got to wait for is it's a bit grim out there. In fact, when I was heading to Llandudno on the Trident this morning, we went through a band of rain, quite heavy, coming towards us. It's only 4 miles from here to Llandudno. Anyway, battered down with heavy rain for a short while. We went through it. By the time I got to Llandudno, it wasn't raining. But of course, they couldn't do what I wanted there, so I had to turn around and go in the other direction. So I caught up with the band of rain and went through it in the opposite direction, just for good measure, you know, and then a little bit more of it on the way home again. But doesn't matter, the ride on the Trident was very enjoyable, and I'm sure we're going to have some very enjoyable rides on this now, locally around the lanes, blatting around on that open pipe, and all I want to do really is wait for the roads to dry up a little, because I'm not going to mollycoddle this machine, but it's looking rather nice and shiny, and as you know, I've got another more sort of battered, basically Trials Cub on the road for the mucky stuff. I want to try and keep this one a little bit tidier if I can, but hopefully we'll see it up and running soon and moving under its own power. But just for now, let's see if we can give it a nice cold start, shall we? Bear with me, just got to get something to stand on. I'll take that. You know, yesterday evening I wasn't filming it, and after not being run for over a week, it went first kick. But that's good enough. All ready to go. I'm sure I'll be dragging it out into the daylight soon, and we'll get a better look at it, and hopefully have a little ride on it, and see how it actually performs. Although I can't bring its neck, because although it was over 20 years ago when I rebuilt the engine is technically as new, so will be a little bit of nursing and running in to do. Although I'm sure I won't bore everyone to tears with it. We'll open the throttle a bit and make a bit of a racket. Sounds ready to do battle with the lanes, I would say. watch this space, because it shouldn't be too long now before we find out what it's like to ride around on it.